Hello, I'm back. Long time no see, perhaps. Okay, so maybe not all of you know who I am, of course. So for info, please check the written descriptions below. Many of you watching this may know that I am the creator of the Lady of the Labyrinth channel, the YouTube channel, where I have posted tons and tons of videos since 2008, mostly about Old Norse mythology or other parts of ancient spirituality and ancient culture and ancient religions worldwide. But Norse mythology is my special subject. It's the one I know the most about. Many of you know that I am the author of a book called The Seed of Yggdrasil. This is the old version, and now I can see that this is probably gonna be filmed in reverse because I'm filming this video on my mobile phone and it's on selfie mode, so sorry about that. But it's called The Seed of Yggdrasil, and it is about how to decipher the metaphors of Old Norse poetry, basically Edda poetry and skaldic poetry, and so on. The book has directly to do with my earlier lecture series on YouTube, which I call then the Hidden Messages in Old Norse Myths, where I also then try to explain how to decipher the metaphors of ancient poetry. And the book was out of print for a while. To be honest, there were serious issues with the past publisher. They made the price way too high, and I didn't earn hardly any of it. So it was out of print for a while, but rejoice! The Seed of Yggdrasil has finally been republished by a serious publisher, and there are links in the description text to this video, so you can see how to buy it, and it's cheaper than the other one. Some of you may also know about my university thesis. This is the actual thesis, also in mirror reverse, sorry about that. It's called The Maiden with the Mead, and it's about a structure of initiation in the Edda poems. This is my academic background work, on which I try to base all my other work, even if I do take an artistic and sometimes unusual approach too. I do base my research and my books and even my fiction as much as I can on serious research out of an academic background in culture studies and philology studies. The book, it was actually published. This is the university thesis. The book is, let's see, here. It was published by Kvilhaug in 2009. And this dissertation was published in 2004, and it is actually available for free through a link at the University of Oslo library. So you may check that out too in the links in the description text below. The book here, it also has a very, very strange publisher who claims, who demands a lot of money for it, and I don't actually get any of it. So please do just download the PDF and you can read it there for free. So, some of you may also know that I have written 4 novels about the life, or actually about the childhood of one of the women that we find in the Oseberg ship burial. It's called the Blade Honer series. At first I published it myself through CreateSpace. This is the first book, The Hammer of Greatness. The second book has a really Viking Age title, My Enemy's Head. And the third one is even more juicy. It's The Hell Runes Claim. And the last one, which I think maybe is the best one, is A Twisted Mirror. So I get really good readers' reviews from them, and I'm actually quite proud of them myself. And they have also been republished by the Three Little Sisters now lately. Check out links below, right? I have even, some of you even know that I have published some translations with commentaries from the Edda, the Poetic Edda, 6 cosmology poems, where I have given translations with explanations, because I'm offering possible translations of names and place names, and I put a lot of emphasis on these names and the meanings, because I think they're actually crucial to understanding the meanings of the stories that are being told. And this one is The Trickster and the Thunder God, and it's about Thor and Loki in Old Norse mythology, and it basically is a collection of all the texts about Thor and Loki. And why Thor and Loki together? Well, because they always, more or less always, appear together in the same myths. They have to do with each other. So, in this you will find Edda poetry, skaldic poetry, and other material about Thor and Loki. So, yeah, I have been asked a lot about making audio versions of my novels, well, this is why I'm trying something new now. I'm planning to publish chapter after chapter of the Blade Runner novel series in audio recordings, chapter by chapter, and I'm gonna put it out on my Patreon page. And it's new. I just made a new Patreon page. Someone gave me a tip, and I think I'm gonna try it, because you see, well, I guess those of you have been watching my videos and have been following me for years, you are missing videos from the Lady of the Labyrinth page, I'm sure. And maybe you are one of those who have asked me to make more lecture videos, as I so much did back in 2009 and 2014. And maybe you want me to make more art-based and musical-based mythology videos. Maybe you are one of those who are eagerly waiting for the 5th book in the Blade Runner series. And maybe you are among those who want to see those promised publications of mine about Seidr, about Idunn, about initiation stories, and so on. Maybe you would like to see me have live lectures, you know, Zoom lectures, live stream lectures. And maybe you just like my work in general. Maybe you have seen my website, my blog, my Facebook page, and maybe you want to see more articles published there more often. Maybe you want me to have time to actually answer more questions. Well, I'm trying to update all my new information now, because I made this new, what do you call it, a business plan. I've never made that before. I'm not a good businesswoman, but I'm gonna have to try. It's about how I live and what I'm able to do for me and for you. I looked into my YouTube account and realized that I made 85 videos over the years. 85. And each video took a lot of work, a lot of hard work. I looked through I've been trying to update my website, bladehorner.wordpress.com. In all links, you can find all the information in the description to this video. I tried to update that, and I can't believe how many articles I have written and how much work I put into all this. And I haven't actually even thought of getting paid. I've just done it because I love doing it. I loved getting the response I got. I loved sharing. I loved trying to put out some, there are lots and lots of people who know a lot of stuff. I mean, I'm not the only one who knows a lot of stuff, but, to have this, my perspective into it, and many people like that. So for more than 12 years, I have been publishing articles, videos, live stream lectures, and held lectures where I went there, and I've tried my best to reply to questions, and I've written one 800-page book and 4 novels. I've written so much over the years without getting any pay. Well, I do get royalties from my books, but these royalties, they cover it depends from month to month. I never know, but it's never less than 5%, but never more than maybe 20% of what I actually need in order to live in this country. I live in Norway, and it's expensive here, and well, it's probably expensive everywhere. And I just have to work a lot for someone else, not me, not my stuff. I actually work in, because even though I'm an academic background, I sort of chose a very unusual path of life, and things happened. I got sick for a while, and anyway, I ended up working, in order to pay my bills, I work in healthcare. And anyone who works in healthcare knows how taxing that can be, even if you only work between 70 and 80% hours, then, and not 100%. And I am tired, and I got to a point where I just couldn't do it anymore. And it's actually quite depressing to not be able to do what I really love the most. So that's why I went to this business plan thing that I hope will help out. So if you are one of the people who do miss any of what I just mentioned, my videos, maybe you want audio versions of my books, maybe you want more books to be, actually book projects to be finished and published, then please do support me on my Patreon page. I will, well, how much I'm going to put out every month, it depends on how much support I do get, but I will try to publish a lot, and the more support I get, the more I will publish for you, and the more I will be able to finish my book projects too, because, well, that's how it is. So, yeah, sadly, the time of giving all that work away for free is over. I would have loved to make them for free, but I just can't afford it, and I don't have the energy for using my spare time doing all that. So if you do sponsor me, you will get access to videos of various themes and lengths. There are already a couple of exclusive videos out there. There will be podcasts, that's what I'm planning. There will be lectures, perhaps live stream lectures. And also I'm working on audio recordings of my books, so I can read to you, for those of you who find it hard to actually read yourself, or just want to hear the stories and hear my weird Norwegian accent, but actually knowing how to pronounce the Old Norse words and names. Yeah. So yeah, my plan to give special treats on my Patreon, in the form of videos, and so on. I already mentioned all of this, and I have some themes I currently plan to cover in diverse series of talks, whether they will be video or podcast, I don't know yet. I haven't figured out how to make a podcast yet, but I know how to make simple videos. I want to cover issues such as traditional Norwegian folk songs. I want to have Norwegian folklore stories. I want to tell stories of Seidr and magic in the sagas and other old sources. Of course, more Norse mythology stuff and Old Norse religion, pre-Christian religion stuff. And I want to talk about skaldskap, which is our oldest literary source to Norse mythology. Actually, poems that we know were composed in their present form during the Viking Age. Our most direct literary insight into their minds, and they are spaced out. Yeah. And of course, readings from my books, both fiction and non-fiction. I thought to begin with reading the Blade Runner series chapter by chapter, and I might even sing for you. So I think that was all I wanted to say right now. Back there is my Yule altar. Back there is my office thing, and there's a stuff. Yeah. So thank you if you support me, and thank you for watching. And